everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Today is meant to be Quick Lore. I normally upload Quick Lore on Thursday. You probably didn't even realize that, but that's a thing. Every Wednesday is Empire Wishlist, every Thursday is Quick Lore, but I didn't have time for Quick Lore this week because I'm a fucking retard. I don't know what happened, but you've got to understand, right? Quick Lore literally takes up about 18 hours of my day. You don't understand. It's fucked. I end up, I start in the morning, and I don't finish editing it, because we stream as well, and I stream and shit, and, I end up not finishing it until, 3 a.m. I'm like, it takes so long to do the research, and the recording, then the audio editing, then I've got to get the right clips, then I've got to edit the clips, make sure it's all good, and then normally I fucking change a bunch of shit, because it's wrong. And it's it just takes so long to do, so I think I might change it to an every 2-week kind of thing, but I don't know. But instead, I want to do a topical discussion video today, because something that I kind of brought up on Twitter a little while ago. If you don't already follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter at LazerzZSkype, link in the description. Because I talk about Assassin's Creed and you can fucking follow me, and I want more followers, please. Anyway, I talked about the cryptic messages and symbolism and stuff we used to have in Assassin's Creed, and I kind of wanted to bring it up and talk about it and see what you guys think, so let me know about what you guys think about this in the comment section below, but without further ado, we'll fucking hop into this shit. So we've always had cryptic stuff in Assassin's Creed. Well, not always, because recently they fucking got rid of it because they're retarded. But anyway, we used to have cryptic stuff in Assassin's Creed from Assassin's Creed 1 all the way until, we still kind of have it, but it's not like it used to be. In Assassin's Creed 1, it was awesome. When you finished the game, you had all the, symbols everywhere that Subject 16 left behind. You kind of had to decode it, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does that mean? And it ended up meaning stuff that we found out later in the future. You had to decode stuff that you found in in the truth segments in Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood, and then, stuff that Subject 16 said in the truth in Brotherhood, that's still revealing itself to this day with Desmond's son and everything. And it's stuff like that that I love, and they implement into things like Call of Duty Zombies, where, there's the Easter egg is the main story, and I don't want them to do that with Assassin's Creed, because that'd be completely retarded, but I want elements from that to come back to Assassin's Creed. Because there were times, I remember, when the community back in the day, or, the community that I was part of anyways, back in, 2011, 2012, would, we'd be on YouTube trying to work out what stuff meant, oh, what does this mean, what did Subject 16 say, what does this code mean here, deciphering stuff and getting really cool messages and finding cool shit, and there was a website, Initiates was there to help with that and to add to it, and you kind of had to solve it. And you'd end up finding out about stuff that was happening in the next game. You'd be like, oh, this is cool, so this is what Desmond was doing, these are the memories that they're using, oh, this ties into the game, it's important. But I feel like now, the way they do cryptic stuff is very strange. They do cryptic stuff in a way that it's oh, this is cryptic, but it doesn't mean anything. It's not relevant, so one of the prime examples of this, even though it was a cool thing they did, was on the front cover of, what is it called, Heresy, the new novel or whatever, is it a comic? I don't know, that Assassin's Creed are releasing. They had a bunch of little mini Easter eggs that are just that. They're just Easter eggs. They just reference things like, oh, that's pretty cool, but that's it. It doesn't link to the overall story, and I think that's what we need back. And we need back, the way that in the other Assassin's Creed games, when you'd band together and you'd solve all these ciphers, it would impact the story, and you'd be like, oh, that's so cool, so that links to that, and that links to this, everything makes sense now, that's really cool. And it's not something you need to enjoy the games, but when you do it, you enjoy the games way more, because there's so much more background that's important and relevant, whereas these cryptic things we're getting now in comics and side websites, they don't tie into the games at all, and they're just for that thing there. Whereas I loved how Assassin's Creed, everything was interwoven, and every time you discovered a cipher and everything, it was relevant to the main story, and I really, really, really miss that in Assassin's Creed, because it was something that I absolutely adored about the franchise, and that I don't know why they stopped doing it, whether it was to introduce new fans or whatever. I really hope we get to see that again in Empire, because remember, when it started to die out, that was around Assassin's Creed 4, Unity, trailed off. It even started to trail off in 3, because they already revealed everything in Revelations, and there were hints to story points that you decipher and decode through 1 to Brotherhood, and even in Revelations, but then when they reveal everything to you in Revelations, there's nothing more there, and it's oh, you just told me everything, I didn't really want to know. I did want to know, but this felt it's really unrewarding the way that they did it. As much as I love Revelations, the ending was so good. There was nothing left then in 3, and the modern day felt lacking and rushed, and it was all about, Desmond fighting I don't really know why it was all about that, because it was annoying. The modern day for me in Assassin's Creed, as much as I do love getting to do these free running and combat sections, those should be not the main focus of modern day. We have the historical aspects, the ancestor storyline for those kinds of things. They should be in the modern day for sure, because it is important to see what the modern day assassins are doing. However, it's more important to have the story, the cryptic stuff, these cool set pieces, story elements, and this awesome story arc. Exploration and discovery, I think, is what the modern day is about. Like, you know, we had in Assassin's Creed 1, you could explore Stoker's offices, you interacted with the computers, you got all these secret messages, you pieced together pieces of the story for yourself, you then had the blood, like the writing and everything, you kind of worked everything out, and it added to the story and added to this world that you're in. And I think they need to bring that back in the sense that, you know, the modern day is there to have all these awesome story aspects, but it also needs to blend together with the action side of the game. It's an action-adventure game, so you need to have the action as well as the adventure. So as well as having all this discovery and exploration of the modern day and, you know, story elements, you also have to have the action and the adventure in there as well, but not as a main pivotal point, which I think is what they did wrong with 3, is that you got the free running and you got the combat in 2, but that wasn't the main focus of modern day. There was so much other cool stuff there, as well as with Brotherhood. Revelations completely took the combat stuff out, and you were just in the Animus. That I didn't like that much. Although Lost Archives gave some great story and ciphers for us. There was, you know, Assassin's Creed 3 then removed all of the cryptic stuff, and it was just like action and adventure. Then, you know, 4 was just, again, there was no action adventure involved, and the story was so minimal, it might as well have not been there. Unity Syndicate, again, there was nothing. There was nothing there. It was just given to you rather than you having to kind of obtain the information. And to a certain extent, there has to be an ongoing story that progresses as you play the game, of course. Like, that's how the game works. It has to be there, and I love that part. But then there also needs to be another layer where you find things out for yourself, such as the truth, you know, the emails, interaction with characters, using eagle vision, little Easter eggs that are important and not just little Easter eggs. And they all add to the overall story and involvement of Assassin's Creed. And that's the way as well, Ubisoft, that if you want to sell these comics and other websites and other pieces of media, you have to add these things. You have to make them relevant to the games, because if the games and the comics and the movie and all these other websites that you create are relevant to each other and everything works together, everyone's going to want to be in on everything, because it was so awesome in like 1 to Revelations days. And I think really we really just want that system back. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to smack that like button, because that'd be absolutely amazing. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you have any cool ways they could integrate awesome cryptic messages into Assassin's Creed Empire? Now, I don't just mean like the truth, because the truth was pretty straightforward. It was a very clear story element, but I mean really side stuff. So like if you're in like the modern day and you use like eagle vision, or you find this code, it might link to another code, you decipher it, and it takes like months for us to figure out, and then we finally figure it out. It's like, oh, that's such an awesome thing that's there. And it's like those kinds of things are what make me love Call of Duty Zombies storyline, because everything's so cryptic. I'd love if we got that in Assassin's Creed. So do let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving the channel. We are so close to 18k now, almost at 20k. It's going to be so awesome. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. But without further ado, guys, that is it for this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
The wolves kept tumbling down, raining fire from above. Great crowds charge over the hills, but the city's had enough. But if we turn and fight, does it almost feel like we will never fall? And if we unite, we can take this fight straight to their castle wall.